everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Brittany Chanel, and today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup. So anytime I'm going anywhere, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't go too many places, but I'm going to show you my everyday makeup routine. So I hope you enjoy it and I hope you like the look. Make sure to stick around to the end so that you can see the finished look, as well as make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can get all of my up and coming videos. So let's jump right in, and we're gonna be starting with primer. So I'm using a perfecting primer that also has a SPF. So I'm just gonna kind of start by kind of giving me some little dots everywhere. And I like to use the beauty sponge to get everywhere, spread it out. This primer is awesome. Since it has that SPF in it, it tends to kind of get that kind of tint of that sunscreen. Okay, I think it's perfectly blended now. I did do my full-on facial before starting, which if you haven't seen my facial routine video, you should definitely check that out. I'll make sure to put that in the description box, so make sure you check out that video. So next I'm going to be covering up some of these dark spots. I'm about 8 months pregnant, so dark spots and redness are everywhere. So I'm just going to apply a little of this under the eye. It's like a lilac purple color. And I love this new compact. It has those two colors, one for under the eye, which is for all of your dark areas, which is what I use the lilac purple for. And then the green is for you to cover up any redness, which I know the more light complected you are, the more redness you deal with, but it doesn't mean that if you are, you know, dark complected, that you won't deal with redness either. And I usually have redness right up in here, so I'm gonna just cover that up with my fingers. And sometimes I want to be super light, I may just use this, and then like a powder foundation versus using a full-on, full coverage foundation. I get a little redness there in the corners of my eyes, a little on my nose area. So we have a little. We're gonna cover up that redness. My little bump there. Cover up that. It's definitely redness. All right. Next will be the foundation. And since it's summer, I'm also using a foundation that also has SPF. This one has SPF 15, so not too much. So I like to just drop a couple of droplets all over my face. This is like my favorite go-to summer foundation. So my primer has SPF 35. This has SPF 15. Together that makes 50. So, and like again, I'm using the Beauty Blender brush because it just works wonders. Like, it's so fast. And if you want it every day, you're on the go, especially once we're all, you know, back out in the streets and we're on the go out of this season that we're all in right now with COVID-19. You'll want to have something that you can do, a quick makeup routine if you're running late for work or whatever. And that's why I love the Beauty Blending brushes. So, got this, get it all the way down the neck. So, as you can see, turn it up a little lighter. How well that blends. So now I'm on to concealing any areas before I do my powder foundation. And this little bumpy area here is really the only place that really needs to be concealed. I have little areas here in my chin. Yep. Sometimes I like to go right under the brow, conceal some of that. So when I do my brows, that is covered, especially since you can't really just go out and get your eyebrows arched right now. So concealing any of that little area like that. Now we're ready for powder foundation. Now, I do like to sometimes highlight this area just because I tend to have awesome freckles. No, I don't really like to have them fully covered, but I do kind of soften them a little bit. So I like to conceal to brighten up that area just a little bit. And so now I'm gonna add the powder foundation. And this powder foundation does not have any SPF like every other foundation or primer that I've used. It's just basic powder. It's kind of a cream to powder foundation. Kind of just lock in everything that I just put on my face. Awesome. This is an awesome little palette thing because this comes in with the dark circle corrector and the redness corrector, and then it has the powder foundation on the bottom. How cool is that? So I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to move on to my eyebrows. Now for eyebrows, I do like to use a little spoolie to get them kind of lined up. My eyebrows aren't super thick. They're kind of on the thinner side, so just laying them down so they can be smooth when I apply. There's so many things out there you can use for your eyebrows, but I like to use this brush. It's a perfect little point for doing eyebrows, and I'm gonna be using like a cream, eyebrow cream. There's been this like kind of new micro brow thing that I wanna get, that I wanna try, but this has been my go-to. And you just start by lining the brows. I like mine to look really natural, so nothing, and then I go back, nothing too crazy, and I just fill them in. Like I said, I like them to look natural, so nothing too extra. I think that where some people go wrong is they mess up and they're like, I can fix it. And they keep fixing it, and it just gets worse and worse. And if you follow your natural brow line, unless you don't have any, then you can get creative. Follow that natural brow line, unless you don't have any. And then go back, like I said, on the top and just line them up. And then you just fill it in. And I love to know how many of you feel like when you do your brows, one always turns out one way and you're never satisfied. You can leave that in the comment section also. One thing about me is I'm all about being transparent, and sometimes they don't always turn out the way I want them to. And like I said, you know, I'm not like this fancy makeup artist. I'm just a mom who wants to look good every now and then, so I do my makeup. So there's my brows. Got one little spot right there. Ooh. Now we're gonna move on to doing some eyeshadow. I'm gonna do a basic eyeshadow. Just gonna use this palette. It has 3 eyeshadows and some highlight and contour. You can do a lot with this one palette. And so I'm gonna start with this middle color. I'm just going to start from the inside out. It's kind of a neutral color, so it's nothing too extravagant, but just enough to make it look like you got something going on in the eyes. Then I come back. So I use this one for the bottom, this middle one right here. And I'm gonna use this one for my middle brow line. Kind of add a little. It's something about this that really brings out your eyes when you add a dark color right in that crease. I love it. I love adding colors to my crease because it makes the bottom eyeshadow really stand out. And I'll just go back and forth with the brush. No really special technique here, just back and forth. And so once I get that to where I want it to be, not too overwhelming. You don't want it to be super, super dark, but just enough to where you can kind of see it. And then I add right at the brow, a light color. And a light color right there. Just like that. I'm done with my eyeshadow. Now I'm on to eyeliner. And I use this super thin tip. And I start from outside in, and I'm just looking to add a thin layer. And then I come from the inside just to feel to meet that. One thin strip is all you need. There's so many fancy ways, but for every day, I just want it to be there. There's cat eyes and all fancy eyes you can do. I just want to make my eyes pop. So my eyeliner went a little crazy on me for a second, but I got it fixed. So there you see my eye and what it looks like. And then next, I'm going to apply a little mascara primer. And this shows up white, but you let it dry. It's gonna really help your mascara to pop. You can put it on the bottom. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be using a new mascara that I got that's blue for the summer. And who doesn't love blue mascara? If you have never used a color mascara, this blue is gonna pop. And you're gonna like go out in the sun, and every time you turn, it's just gonna look amazing. So just covering up my eyelashes. Oh my gosh, see that? So beautiful. And in the summer, you can wear this pretty much with anything. You don't have to be wearing blue to wear the blue mascara, but it just makes, oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. I absolutely love it. Look at that. And almost like you don't even really need eyeshadow. Ooh. Look at those lashes. So pretty. So I am almost done. So what I am going to be doing next is kind of going in, like I said, and getting some bronzer on. So I'm gonna use this top color, and I'm going to right in here. Nose, a little on the chin. And I use that brown down there just to kind of right here in the crease. Trying to get my jawline, make me look a little less fat since I'm pregnant. Got that kind of chubby look. You can too if you want. A little bit on the side of your nose. Really make your nose stand out. Then you can come back with the brush. I'm gonna use this middle color. And get right there in between. And last but certainly not least is lips. And I'm gonna be using this matte lip pencil. And I just kind of line the lips with it. And fill in. Look at that mascara. And there is my everyday makeup look. I am so loving the way this look turned out. If you have any questions about my look or anything that I use, please leave in the comments below.